welcome to the first round here. What? Oh, I see. My opponent, by the way, submitted at the very last second. He won the die roll, but I think my hand is fine to keep here. Like, we have a turn 3 Miria, possibly. In any case, we have a turn 3 Serendip Efreet anyway. Unless he obviously counters the Sphere of the Suns, but seems unlikely. I might just suspend to Rifting Cloudscape if he keeps mana open and doesn't do anything, instead of casting Sphere of the Suns. But the fact that I didn't draw a land makes me want to cast Sphere of the Suns. If you had Force Spike there, would you use it on the Sphere of the Suns? I think you would. Like, I would. So my opponent also plays 42 cards, by the way, and seems to have a greedy mana base, or at least nice mana fix drafted. Mox Diamond, huh? That's interesting. Then fetch, yeah, probably. Curious what he's gonna get here, or what he's gonna drop. Take more damage. Yeah, he has a lot of fix. That's already 3 nice cards. But I'm curious what he has here, like Fencer on the Sphere sense. Sneak Attack, wow. Is he really a Sneak Attack deck? In that case, I'm screwed. So is screwed Profanity? No, right? Like, maybe if you put it in totally different context, but that's black. That doesn't matter. That's Memory Jar. That actually does matter. Yep. Wow. Yes. And then hit for 6. Have him as good as that next turn. But he has Memory Jar now with a Sneak Attack out. Seems unlikely that I'm gonna live through this turn. There's a bunch of creatures now. A bunch of lands, sorry. Not a bunch of creatures, a bunch of lands. I actually wouldn't have minded drawing this, but okay. Not much I can do about it, like it's Memory Jar after all. The fact that it didn't slam anything does mean he doesn't have Emrakul here. But he has a bunch of options. Like, he just drew 7 new cards, so he has plenty of time to figure something out. I also don't have an answer against Sneak Attack. Like, it's not that my deck actually offers something against it. I can always bluff like a counter to slow him down in the future games, but I think against him I do want Savannah Lions and the other one in, just to go aggressive enough. He might just have an AoE spell here, or mass removal, whatever you want to call it. I think because of, gaming, that I have started calling it AoE instead of by its proper form. I am still connected, right? It seems odd that my opponent isn't doing anything here. Okay, because of this. Why is this a huge hem? But we figured it out. 2 mana, so he doesn't have anything yet. Wanting to draw 2 cards. He can obviously still have to. Again, he's not slamming anything, so didn't draw an Emrakul, I guess. And he knows that he has to discard these cards at the end of turn. It's an interesting deck. I mean, it's not a deck that I usually draft or can draft, just because of, you need a lot of cards of it to come together, and you need a lot of mana fix and prioritize that. And I'm not good at that. Like, I'm not making excuses like saying I don't think the deck is good. I'm just saying that I find it actually harder to draft those kind of decks and just draft a consistent deck. And while I do this for my own entertainment and partially your entertainment, of course, I find winning to be really entertaining. Like, I enjoy that the most. So it's pretty obvious for me that to win, I have to, you know, make the correct play. And for me, the correct play is having the more consistent deck. So he has something because he's adding double red here. The question is what? Terrastodon. Destroy 3 of your own lands. Do not give me tokens. Nope. Oh, it's 4 mana now. Shadow Mage Infiltrator, huh? At least it can block the Silverblade Paladin. And here comes the baddie. He has to... yeah, figured it. Figured something like that would happen, but... Inferno Titan, that's a really nice one. Because it can kill both of them. He dealt 1 to me, really? Like, he should have dealt 1 to the Serendip Efreet. This seems like a mistake. Like, if you deal 1 to the Serendip Efreet and then attack and deal 3 to the Serendip Efreet again, it dies. He realizes it now at the moment that he has the option to put it on the stack, but that's obviously a bit too late. So he goes back to his 2 cards. We get to see more of his deck. Did you just misclick there, or? Stasis, Snapcaster Mage, Regrowth. He has a really cool deck. There's that. We can blink this, but we can never block that. We can obviously morph this, but I think casting a Mirror Angel, although morph, smash allows me to have more mana here. And then cast this to bounce something. Yeah, I think morphing is better. Because now we can block the Shadow Mage and it's a draw that he can... it's a draw less that he has. Which I think is important. To give my opponent as little draws as possible. So his previous 2 cards obviously weren't really good. Yeah, obviously... wait, I can block this? Fear has... oh, this is colorless, not an artifact. Got it. It's not Intimidate. Intimidate works differently. Although, no, it works exactly the same, but this is just not an artifact. It's colorless, but it's not an artifact. Did not think about that correctly. Lava Claw Reaches, that's annoying. Tameo doesn't actually help. We can suspend this, but that seems a bit slow. I think we attack here, hope he force him to attack. Then momentary blink something. Or we can play Mirror Angel, but we don't have a land. I think we want to play Mirror Angel and follow it up with something, so I think here we attack. How much does this cost for the unmorph? 2. So that's also a play. We can unmorph, get a Shadow Mage Infiltrator, or make it become a Shadow Mage Infiltrator, draw a card, hope it's a land. Obviously I want to use the ability. It is a land. So we play the land, have momentary blink up, and then have him next turn dead. Assuming he doesn't draw anything that kills me here. But even then, like... okay. This seems odd. Still gonna do this. Then copy the Serendip Efreet and block this. Kill it. Have the Mio tap something down, smash him for lethal. What does he have here? Forbid. Okay, that's good. Like, I don't think I care about that. So he draws an extra card here. Has reaches up, but we can put this face down. Right? We can put this face down. Yeah. And then if he goes to animate this, we unmorph. So stop on my own turn, declare attackers. Yeah. And okay. So we can bounce this, or we can just unmorph this and this. I think unmorphing is a safer play. But then we lose. Like, let's just make him go to blockers. Yeah. So he has to animate here. Declare blockers, we make it an F8. And then we go 1-0 up. He should realize that I can just make it an F8 and win. But he has no other play. Okay, that's fine. I'm curious what he's gonna drop here. Griselbrand. Okay, I guess. He blocks the F8, I guess. We get a Griselbrand then. It's not blocking. Interesting. Like, why drop a creature and then not block with it? No clue. Anyway, Blue Elemental Blast seems really good against him. Not against him, but against, you know, that one card. Momentary Journey to Nowhere seems pretty bad. Like, how many creatures is he actually gonna hardcast? I think enough for me to have the Journey. Still have it in there. Stonecloaker doesn't seem to be that great, but let's think this over. Like Cloud Gale, we probably want to cut some of our end game. Let's put these back in their respective slots. Archangel probably doesn't seem that great. Reviarch probably doesn't seem that great. The rest seems fine. The rest is semi-aggressive. Oh, we want Celestial Purge instead of the Vanguard. Smokestack, how good is Smokestack against him? Forcing him to sacrifice something every upkeep should be good against him, right? And then want to Curse Catcher out. Sure, I want to try it out. I want to try the Smokestack. Okay, I haven't played with it often. I know it's a powerful card, but I just have neglected playing with it. So we'll try it out here and see what it does. Like with Sun Titan, it's a really good lock. And it's just a good card in general. Obviously we sacrifice some of our early game to go again into the late game, where I wanted to sideboard into more of the early game. Maybe that's not the correct choice then for me. Let's check if I'm still connected. I'm always paranoid about that. Okay, I still am. Because apparently, when I was queued, someone was talking in the limited queues chat about thinking his opponent was DC'd, and then he waited to time, and then he appeared to be DC'd, which obviously was his own damn fault. But my opponent is thinking about a mulligan. And I'm thinking about mine for now. We have Blue Elemental Blast, and if we draw land, we have Rifting Cloudscape as well. If we draw another land, I'm gonna be greedy and keep this. Like if we draw a single land, we're good, and we have 2 draw steps for that. Thoughtseize. Nice. So he has to take the Cloudscape here. He sees my hand and realizes it's a really greedy keep and should take the Cloudscape, because that's the card that keeps his hand together. Like turn 2 Cloudscape. Okay. That's what it says, by the way. Okay. So he's thinking about it and not realizing what he has to pick, I think. Like, he can figure it out, right? Why I kept this hand, why I think this hand is good and good enough against him. And if he finally realizes that I kept it because of the Roosting Clouds Gate. The good thing about this is if I now draw lands and I drop a plane. Like if I just draw a plane, I'm just gonna drop a plane just to annoy him. To like, hey man, I'm drawing lands. I'm the man. And he's gonna get pissed at that. Gonna start playing worse. Okay, so that probably was profanity. Like saying things about my opponent and then using word like getting pissed instead of saying getting mad. So yeah, I'm actively working on it, but it's gonna take a few videos and probably something longer. So he took what? Sun Titan. He took Sun Titan? How on earth out of that hand? Unless you have reanimation. Oh. Oh. Do you take Sun Titan? That made no sense. Oh man, if he didn't have him there. So he also plays Twilight Mire? Come on. So yeah, I think I want to go the aggressive route here. Like my opponent's deck is really wonky and weird. Yeah, gonna have to pass a few turns. Like we couldn't do the Rifting because it got discarded, which is something I think he still should have discarded with the Thoughtseize. Like I think letting me keep the Riftwing is too good, and if he has Sneak Attack here, he should have just gone for this Blue Elemental Blast. So he doesn't have it. He has Deep Analysis. Land, yay, land. End of turn or somewhere we can get the Deep Analysis in case he doesn't flashback it right here. I assume he's gonna flashback it. His mana base though, awesome. Yeah, there's the flashback. I already cast a mana for it. Yep. Yeah, I actually like his mana base. Like committing so much to this, just going for colors is really nice. The problem is, of course, there are certain hate cards that screw you over. More lands, always good. He knows about my terrible cape. And he knows I'm getting there. Which just makes this really just that more enjoyable. Stonecloaker doesn't really work here because it's trading 3 power for 3 power. We're only gonna use it if he has remove or discard. Or if you need a instant speed blocker or something. I still don't get why he didn't block with Griselbrand previous game. That made no sense. Double black again. And a colorless Friction Arena. Sure. Let's increase the clock on you, shall we? I'm not gonna cast a Mirror Angel. It's not actually increasing the clock by any margin. He obviously is gonna have a decent hand here. It seems unlikely that it doesn't. Yeah, if I cast a Mirror Angel, nah, it doesn't do anything, and it's just gonna cost me having Blue Elemental Blast open. Like if I drew an island, I would obviously slam it there. Play Mirror Angel, play an island, have Blue Elemental Blast up and an extra token, and then forcing him to have something because I have lethal. Like I can still do that next turn. question is, if he plays sneak attack, do I blue elemental blast it? Because I don't know if I care about it. I really don't. Like, let's say he plays blue elemental blast, sneak attack. I let it resolve, I attack, he brings in Griselbrand. I Stonecloaker the creature he blocks. He can't draw 7, he loses the Griselbrand, and then I blue elemental blast. That seems good. No clue what he's gonna do here. Pernicious Deed. Sure. Like, you obviously wait with that, right? Like, why would you crack it right now? I'm surprised he even he has plenty of fix for that, I guess. Maybe he's gonna wait for it until his own turn. We draw another non-creature. Is he really not cracking Deed here? Just waiting for end of turn to do it, I guess. Nope, he's definitely waiting for his own turn to draw Friction. I had to draw an extra card with Friction Arena first, I guess. Seems a bit greedy, to be honest, to drop so low. Although, I think he has full control here. Would be bizarre if he didn't. But then Pernicious Deed. Despite, you know, in 2 games, me not having that great of a mana, I'm still good. So he's passing here. We draw another non-card. He has to crack Deed here for 3. Momentary Blink doesn't do anything, so he has to have counter up. I think I have to run the Ember Angel here. If he has a counter, he has a counter. There's not much I can do about it. I don't think keeping up blue elemental blast here is that necessary. If he has sneak attack Griselbrand, he has it. Like, what can I do to play around it with just 4 mana? I have to apply pressure. Forbid with buyback. Because he's discarding cards. So his hand is pretty good because he doesn't know what to discard. I'm actually surprised that it already discards it because it's part of the activation cost, but if you click cancel now it would go back into your hand. But why show me that information already? Like, can't you just... Oh, he also has Angel of Serenity. Oh, I see. Angel of Serenity allows you with sneak attack to bring it back into play. So here you can actually cast sneak attack and have forbid mana open. Plus a red mana to bring something in. And he still has a forbid, by the way. So if I draw land, I can start smashing threats. Play Coral Helm, he has the counter. Because he's at such a low life. I think he doesn't have sneak attack in his hand, else he would have just played it already. You're just trying to survive as long as possible. With the forbids, of course. That's a good draw. Like, it's probably the best draw I could have had. Because now if he just has a removal for this, I can Stonecloaker and remove Angel of Serenity, I guess. Although maybe my own Sun Titan. If he brings back my Sun Titan, it would be pretty good for him. He can obviously cast removal, counter my Stonecloaker, but then I have Baneslayer. Or maybe Consecrated Sphinx. Consecrated Sphinx, he plays Griselbrand, I draw 14 cards. Living the dream. Living the dream. I don't think I can actually win against Result Griselbrand unless I have the one-off Journey to Nowhere. Okay, I only have one removal. Which doesn't seem to be enough. Or won't be enough most of the time. My opponent's deck is pretty cool. As I said, it's really hard to draft such a deck and see which cards you actually want. You have to prioritize mana so hard that it always becomes unbearable to do so. Snapcaster Mage allows him to recast and Thoughtseize or Hymn to Turak. In which case he should pick the Hymn. Yeah, he does. He's obviously gonna cast Hymn to Turak. Still has oh, okay. Still has the necessary card swap. I think he just wants the blue Elemental Blast gone. Having to discard Stonecloaker is a bit annoying. I think it's fine. We still have the ability to pump this and have blue Elemental Blast up. Like, he's dead to this unless he has an answer. I think his answer is Sneak Attack. Like, on paper, his deck looks like a pile, but it's actually a pretty good deck. Because you have a bunch of disruption and the things you do are really powerful. The problem is that against a really consistent deck, you're gonna have so much trouble to hang on. Because you're way more inconsistent. He's targeting Stonecloaker. Okay. And then brings back a Snapcaster. But he's at 1 now. If he pumped twice... Oh yeah, I couldn't even reanimate my Sun Titan. If he pump 4 times and he's forced to block... That's a really good draw, but I don't think I want to run it out there. Because he has Forbid up. Let's just force him to block here. Like, the fact that he reanimates Stonecloaker, brings back his Snapcaster, means he doesn't have much. Like, what is he thinking here? He has 2 damage. But he knows that I have blue Elemental Blast. So he still has to go for it though. I don't think just keep on playing around the blue Elemental Blast is actually any good. Like, if he has an answer, he has an answer. And he's down to 5 minutes, wow. Yeah, it's a charm, countered. Should know about that, so. So he blocks here. And then has to draw something really good. Like maybe he has Griselbrand in hand, he can just cast it and then basically win the game unless I have draw land. Baneslayer is actually pretty good because it's protection from demons. It's a demon. My deck just plays Haymaker after Haymaker apparently. His deck does similar things, but his Haymakers are situational. Nah, his deck is good. I would sign up for a deck like his because it's really fun to play with. It's probably funner to play with and see than the decks I have most of the time, because he has a lot of decisions to make, a lot of things to do. But you can see that his time is definitely shrinking. Like I'm not a guy that plays for time, but you can definitely see we're 14 minutes apart. He's taking way more time in his turns than I am. So it is a Griselbrand. No, he has double red here. 6 mana. What's this? Inferno Titan? Doesn't do it. Double black now. It's a red spell. An X spell. X is 2. Black's and Zenith for 4. Okay. But then he only has that mana, so just smash a Baneslayer and see what his answer is against that. This doesn't do it because this has first strike and is flying. It also has protection from a bunch of things. And then next turn we can even protect it. Yeah, Momentary Blink is a really good card against removal. See what he has. Has to have something. Like, it seems unlikely it doesn't. His hand has to be... Oh, gifts and given. Wow. So we know he has Forbidden and 2 unknown cards. We can never give him Liliana. We can give him Griselbrand for sure. And we cannot give him Regrowth. The problem is, if he has Sneak Attack and we give him Emrakul, we're screwed as well. So I think we give him, but then he regrowths the Liliana. We can also give him Regrowth and Liliana, but then he just Liliana's my Baneslayer away. So I think the play is get rid of the Emrakul, get rid of the Liliana, force him to use all his mana, then float the mana, get attacked by Emrakul and Griselbrand. That's the problem. The and Griselbrand. Because this way he... Like if he has Sneak Attack, why wouldn't he have used that? Like, why is he waiting so long if he had Sneak Attack? Just have to gamble here. I don't think he has a Sneak Attack in his hand. Okay, he does. It's still fine, because he's at 2 minutes something. Yeah, bring in Emrakul. I'm not even gonna concede just because he has so little time. He brings in Emrakul, attacks with it. Really? I have to sacrifice 6 permanents? Who knew, right? 6 permanents. An island, pass the turn. I'm gonna lose this, but I mean, it's 1-1 then, and then he has 2 minutes to finish me. Bring it on, bro. Yep. Okay, so next game we're gonna have Curse Catcher in. Pristine Angel doesn't seem good. Maybe we don't want Curse Catcher. He doesn't seem to be good against aggro though. Sun Titan is probably a bit too greedy. So bringing Curse Catcher instead. There's Savannah lines over Johnny. Over Smokestack. Let's get the Smokestack. And then we have a lead Vanguard over what exactly? I think, well, we want the Elite Vanguard over Savannah lines obviously because of Black Bordered. People are gonna be like, what are you on about, dude? What are you smoking? We can just stall here, like, it's a lame tactic, but he only has 2 minutes. It's his own fault for playing so slow. I wouldn't feel bad if he loses on time, just because he's wasting my time. He's wasting, like, I have 16 more minutes than this guy. Obviously want to win just normal, but I think we win this anyway on time. Doesn't seem that his deck can finish within time unless he has like sneak attack turn 3 with some kind of Exorant, which seems unlikely because I have the Chalice and the Spear. But you never know. And then he's gonna mulligan really aggressively to it. Maybe he's Duo-Queuing, that's why he's so slow. Or maybe, you know, he actually has a difficult deck to play, I guess. I think he did make a mistake by not popping the deed end of turn and wanting the extra card from wanting the extra card from the arena. And then he also spent so much time holding back the sneak attack just because I have blue elemental blast. Didn't anticipate he would actually have sneak attack there. Like, he had an option to cast it at some point and just didn't. Oh my god, I know the play now. The play was Emrakul and Liliana, of course, because Emrakul reshuffles the graveyard. It reshuffles the graveyard. He has sneak attack Griselbrand, but Griselbrand doesn't matter because I have protection from demons. It would have been GG already. Not gonna mulligan this. Great hand. No. He's now considering, and it's already taking his time down. He mulliganed, and he keeps. So Restoration Angel, Drifting Cloudscape, Momentary Blink, Drifting Cloudscape, all really good here. So we take a damage, but that's fine. To bring out the most powerful card there is in the entire game, Rifting Cloudscape. Given Rifting Cloudscape stops his actions. Did I click always yield or just yield? So we have Sphere of the Suns here. And then nothing. Just land in the next 2 turns. Entomb. Really, he has Entomb Griselbrand. That would be awesome. Because Rifting Cloudscape is still good then. There's something. Exhume, okay. So it does indeed have the Griselbrand here. We can play Shapeshifter, I guess. Mox Diamond, yeah, okay. Thoughtseize, yep. Probably taking the Shapeshifter. He took the Shapeshifter. Like, if I had a land for the Stonecloaker in response to his Exhume, that would be awesome. Would have been awesome. We get a Shackles, which isn't what I really want, but I still think I have to cast it here, although do I really? No, I don't need to. Like, if he doesn't have Forbid, then Rifting Cloudscape resolves and actually still got this, but for now I do not have this. Because I do not have lands. And he has plenty of life to draw cards. I think he's gonna draw cards for the Forbid anyway. Play the land. Really, he's stepping out for something. Memory jar. He knows this comes into play, right? Yeah, that's all fine. You draw as many cards as you want. I mean, we can Restoration Angel the Memory Jar, I guess. Or just cancel, pass a turn. He has the Crystal Brand in hand, so yeah. Okay, let's just pass a turn. He knows the content of my hand, so it does Memory Jar here. I think that's fine. Not gonna do anything against that. Wow, we draw Celestial Purge of that. That's huge. Because if he has Sneak Attack here, he already played land, so Mesmeric Fiend isn't gonna do much. And he's just gonna lose in time here. Okay. Still have to discard, so GG. Running out of time, bro. Even then, I don't think the game was over. He drew a lot of cards, but didn't actually get anywhere. And these guys are still 0-1. Nice. Anyway, I'll see you guys for round 2.